Hey everyone, so I am sitting here with Ryan. We're doing a quick video for you that was requested by a viewer. She had a few questions and I told her just to shoot her questions to me and I will do a video specifically on those questions. It's gonna be kind of out of order because I've got Ryan here now and she is actually behaving. And Carter unfortunately is in a little bit of a mood right now, so he's in the playroom with his dad. But one of the questions was about the twins' personalities, like how are they alike, how are they different? So let me go ahead and start with Ryan here. She is my diva, she is my troublemaker. I love her to death. She's so sweet. She likes to give hugs and she loves to give kisses. She's doing great with her words. She says please and she'll say doggy. She says kitty cat. She says yes and she says no a lot. Say no, no, no.
No, no.
What sound does a kitty make?
No, no.
No. A kitty cat says meow.
Meow.
Meow. But she's doing really good with, you know, saying things like if she wants more of something, she'll say more. Can you say more?
No.
Good job. And she is definitely the one who kind of learns things before Carter does. She also has an attitude at times and she can be a little bit feisty. I'm not sure if that's just the girl in her or what.
Uh-oh.
She says uh-oh a lot, especially if we're watching music videos and they turn off. She'll say please. Can you say please?
Please.
Good job. She likes playing with all kinds of toys right now. She'll play with her own toys and she'll also play with her brother's toys. You want to go back there with Dad? Okay. Alrighty, so Ryan decided she wanted to go back in the playroom with her daddy and brother. But as I was saying, Ryan is in a phase where she is taking her diaper off. So she is having to wear a onesie under her outfits now. And she can't go to bed with any cute pajamas on or anything. She has to have a onesie or a one-piece pajama on, or else she will take her diaper off and be stark naked by the morning time. We have not started her on her potty training yet. We did get her a potty, but we haven't actually had the chance to try her on it just yet. So I'm hoping that we can do that soon. Even though she's taking her diaper off, I'm not sure if she's ready to be potty trained, but we definitely want to try to see if she's ready for it pretty soon, sooner than later for sure. Ryan is very good with our animals, so she's very good with the dogs and she's very good with the cats. She knows how to pet them gently and she loves getting kisses from our dogs. Ryan is very much like a Sour Patch Kid. She is definitely sour sometimes and then she's sweet, so it kind of makes up for it. She is very strong-willed and very stubborn sometimes. Like if we tell her not to do something like touch a table, or maybe she's touching something she's not supposed to touch, then she will just continue to kind of push our buttons and see how much she can test us before we actually discipline her. So she's very, very strong-willed in that aspect of things. She is a daddy's girl, so of course my husband loves that she's a daddy's girl. But again, even though she is strong-willed and she can throw some tantrums and stuff, she is very sweet. Another question that was asked is, do we upload our vlogs the same day that we video? And to answer that, it's no, we do not. I do know that a lot of vloggers do daily vlogs, or they will vlog one day and then upload it for the next day. I don't feel like I have enough content to do that, so I typically upload on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Sometimes I'll throw a bonus vlog in there, but for the most part it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So for example, this weekend's events will be posted up on Monday's vlog. Monday and Tuesday events will be posted on my Wednesday vlog, and Wednesday and Thursday events will be posted on my Friday's vlog. But that is the way that I typically do my vlogs. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to do a little bit more, maybe daily vlogs or uploading the same day that I actually video. But right now with the twins being toddlers and they're just kind of into everything, some days we just have bad days and I just don't have enough content to put on a video. So it actually helps me a lot when I can get content over like 2 or 3 days and then post the vlog. Okay, the third question is, how do I deal with clingy toddlers? Essentially what we do is we will hold them if they are wanting to be held. Now, if they are extremely clingy, and some days they are, depending on why they're clingy, sometimes they're clingy because they're teething, and so I will, hold them a little bit more that day. Some days they're just wanting to be clingy just because they want to be clingy, and as long as I know that nothing is wrong at that point, I'll hold them a good amount of time, but then if I have things I gotta do, then I will kind of ignore them and they will kind of go on their way. So as far as the cleanliness goes, it's not that big of a deal right now. It was a big deal a few months ago, and it was very difficult because I had one tugging on me at all times, and then sometimes it was both of them tugging on me at a time. Clinginess is hard to deal with sometimes because you definitely want to be there for your children, but at the same time, as a parent, you have adult things that have to get done, that must get done, and so therefore you need to have that time to do it. And early in the morning or late at night is not exactly always the best time to do this stuff. And so sometimes you just have to put them in a pack and play, or put them in an area where they're safe, give them something to do, and walk away. Another question is, how do we deal with tantrums? Tantrums have become a big deal lately, especially like today. Carter has been throwing a tantrum ever since dinner time. If it's a small tantrum, we will ignore it, but if it's a big tantrum, then we will address it. Typically, the way we address it is we really try to figure out what's going on, like why is the child throwing the tantrum? If it's over something like maybe we took something away from them, or we wouldn't let them do something. If they are still continuing to throw a big tantrum because of that, we will just stick them in timeout, which is currently the pack and play in our bedroom, and just kind of give them that chance to cool off for a little bit. Once they're cooled off, then we will go in there and get them out, and they can come back and play and do whatever we're doing. But as far as small tantrums, we do just ignore those because they're not really bothering anyone. They're not hurting themselves or hurting others. Another question that was asked was, what do we do for discipline? Currently, we are doing the timeout method. Each kid has their own type of discipline that works for them. We have tried several methods, and right now the timeout method seems to be working okay. I have a video called 1, 2, 3 Magic, and it's kind of a 1980s video. If I find the link to it, I will definitely link it below. But essentially it's just using timeout. You're not speaking a lot to the children at all. You're just giving them a warning. For example, they might be jumping on the couch and you tell them to sit down. Well, if they don't listen to you, you say, okay, that's 1. You wait a few seconds. Okay, that's 2. You wait a few more seconds. Oh, right, that's 3. Timeout. Typically, Ryan is, because she is so stubborn, she's in timeout a lot, but she's kind of getting the hang of it. Carter, we can get to 2, and he is like, okay, I need to behave. The last question is, what is your day-to-day schedule like with Carter and Ryan? It really depends on the day, but typically on a just regular day where I have no appointments at all, they will typically wake up around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Lately, and I mean lately as in the past few days, they have been waking up at 7 a.m. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it's definitely interrupting mommy's sleep. But usually it's between 7:30 and 8 o'clock that they would wake up. I will give them breakfast as soon as they wake up, change their diapers and their clothes, and then they will go into their playroom and play for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes while I clean up the kitchen and put everything away from breakfast. I then will go in and play with them for a little bit. They will have a snack around 10 o'clock usually, and then around 11:30 is when I give them a lunch. They typically take their naps at noon and usually stay down for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Sometimes it's 3 hours, just depending on what type of day it's been. Once they get up from their nap, they will get another snack, and then dinner is typically around 5 o'clock. Their bedtime routine is we give them a bath, hang out with them a little bit before bed, and then they typically go to bed around 7:30. So they do sleep pretty well through the night for the most part. They've had some teething going on lately, so they've been waking up here and there. But that's a typical day. Now, we do still have swim lessons that we have to go to on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I do try to keep their nap time around noon as much as possible, and then you know, dinner and bedtime's the same. I also have been going to the gym the past couple weeks, and the gym actually has a child care center, and so the kids are able to go and play with other children their age while I work out. But again, I have to do that, you know, either before their nap time or after their nap time. Hey there everyone, so I have Carter now. He has had a rough evening and it is almost bedtime, so let's try to get this done really quick for him. I've got some veggie straws. He loves veggie straws, and then his drink. I think he's teething a little bit, so Daddy went ahead and put some teething gel on his gums. Hopefully that'll help. As far as his personality goes, he's pretty laid back for the most part. He's very lovey. He likes to cuddle a lot. He will sit on your lap for a while. He's been going to kind of anybody who holds their hands out. He loves people. He says please. Can you say please? Yep, and he'll say no. He'll say more. He says doggy. He says kitty cat. So as far as talking goes, they'll say a few words here and there, but they both tend to babble a lot, like in a language that I can't even understand. So it's really cute because we'll sit there and be like, okay, yeah, what are you saying? Yes, all right, and they'll just keep going, blah, 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 blah. Carter is definitely a mama's boy. Aren't you? Aren't you? And he does love to give kisses and hugs. He doesn't get put in timeout too much because he doesn't seem to get in trouble all that often. You can tell him to stop doing something and he typically stops for the most part. Carter is definitely starting to climb up on things like chairs and furniture, and then today we went into the playroom because the kids were so quiet, and he was actually at our desk typing on the keyboard. Almost sent someone an email, like it was ridiculous, and I'm not even sure how he got into that area because there's a gate around it. The only thing we could think of is that he climbed on top of one of his toys and climbed up over and got onto the desk. He enjoys the dogs and the cats as well. He is very friendly with them, and every now and then he might get a little rough with them, but for the most part, he loves playing with them. He loves them giving him kisses as well. He is a typical boy though. He does get rough, he does hit sometimes, and he does throw things when he's upset. Yeah? Do you see yourself? Can you say hi? Say hi? Say doggy? Can you say more? Good job. Are you being shy? Okay everyone, so that's about it for the questions. Yeah. You ready to go night-night? No, you're not ready to go night-night? Where's Carter at? Where'd Carter go? Carter! Where are you at? Carter! There you are! Where's Carter? There you are! Alrighty everyone, so I think we're gonna go ahead and say goodnight. I need to get these kids to bed and get some editing done. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer, yeah, questions. If you have questions, please leave them below and I will try to do another Q&A video. Can you say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Look at the camera and say it, silly. Look, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.